Good day, subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Jeremy. This is the Financial Education Channel, and today we are doing part 4 of the series Stock Terms That Every Investor Should Know. And I'm adding a little wrinkle to it. I'm also going to be telling you a few, I would guess you could say, phrases that are used from time to time that I use on this channel. And you may hear used on financial networks, on TV, and things like that. And you might say, I don't know what that phrase means. So I'm going to throw a few phrases in there instead of just giving you one-word definitions. Because I've even had comments on videos asking me, hey, what's this phrase you used? What's that mean? So I'm going to explain phrases even in these definition videos, and I think that will help you guys immensely. Leave me a comment if that also helps, and a thumbs up if you like this video. So let's get right into this, guys. Term number 1 is popped. Popped. What does that mean if I say, Apple stock price, it really popped today? That means Apple stock price went up quite a bit. Popped is a term that we use whenever a stock goes up a substantial amount for whatever reason. Or if I say, did you see, such and such stock price at 10 o'clock today? That thing popped like crazy. That means that stock price went up a considerable amount. Number 2 term today is crashed. If I say, man, the market really crashed today, or, such and such stock, that crashed today, that means that stock or the stock market went down substantially, a substantial amount. You don't just use the word crashed unless it is a substantial amount. Either the market went down or a stock went down. In terms of a stock, usually you use that term if a stock went down more than 5% in a day. And if you're talking about the market, then it's usually a 3% or bigger move downward. That's when you say, wow, the market crashed today, or such and such stock, that really crashed today. Term number 3, volatility. Volatility means how crazy the market is, basically, how up and down things are moving. If there's a lot of volatility, then there's generally a lot of fear in the market and a lot of shares being traded back and forth. So that means volatility, a market could be up a lot and then down a lot, or down a lot and then up a lot. There's just the market's really moving a lot. It's not just an even keel market. There's a lot of action. That's volatility. Term number 4 is volume. Volume is what you get when you have a lot of volatility. So volume means how many shares traded in a day. So if you have a high volume day and a lot of volatility, that means you had high volume. If you have a low volume day, that means not many shares were traded and you had low volatility that day. Term number 5 is dog. Dog, what the heck? That is a term that is still kind of common nowadays, and that's to describe a stock that they can't get out of their own way. They can't do anything right. So if you say that stock's a dog, that just means it's like a bad stock. You don't want to be in that stock. They can never do anything right. It's not a term that's used quite as much nowadays, but it was super, super popular in the 80s and 90s, and some people still use it to describe a stock that's not performing well, that's just not a well-run company. They say that stock's a dog. That is term number 5. Term number 6 is if you say, it's an expression actually, if you say the market was in the red today, market's in the red, that means the market was down today. Red means bad in the stock market. Think of it that way. Anytime you hear red in the stock market talking, that means the markets went down. It was a bad day. Market in the green, next term up, that means the markets were good. The markets went up. So, on a show they say, oh, all the markets were green today. Great. That means the markets all went up. So just think of it. Red bad when it comes to stock market. Green is good when it comes to stock market. Term number 8, we have comeback. If somebody says that stock, man, what a comeback today, that means it was like down quite a bit, and then it came roaring back and ended up finishing the day positive or finishing quite a bit higher than it was. So I use this term sometimes if a stock I was holding or whatever, it starts out the day and it was down 3, 4, 5% on some type of bad news. And then next thing you know, it finishes a day even or it finishes a day up. I say, wow, what a comeback that stock had today. That's what that means. Term number 9 is market sentiment. Market sentiment means how confident or unconfident people are in the stock market at that time. So if market sentiment is super high, that means people are very bullish and they think the stock market's going very high, they're feeling very confident. If market sentiment is very low, that means people are unconfident in the stock market at that time, they think it might be going lower. The last term we are covering today is actually an expression called things went south. If someone says things went south today, man, in the stock market, that means the market just like fell apart. You know, it might have been having a good day or just a, a break-even day, and then it just drops substantially. That's when you use things went south. If a stock you're holding was up on the day or even or whatever, and then it just dropped substantially, you can say, man, things went south with that stock today. That's a very common expression I use and many people use. Things went south. That means they went bad. Anyways, thank you so much for watching today, guys. That was another 10 terms knocked out. We have 40 terms covered now because we've done part 1, part 2, part 3, and now part 4. So we are going to begin to get a little more advanced as time goes on. I'm looking so forward to this. This is an awesome series. I'm really enjoying it with you guys. If you're enjoying this series, please leave a comment below and tell me, if there are some specific terms you would like to see covered very soon that are basic terms, because we're still kind of in the basic part of these videos. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed, guys, please do. I talk a ton about personal finance, talk a lot about business and entrepreneurship, and I talk a lot about stock market, investing, and those kinds of things. And I do this series every single week. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.